everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well, and today's video is all about how people remember you. Those people who have who are no longer in contact with you, some who have drifted apart, grown in distance. So what do they how do they remember you, fondly or not so fondly? So for this reading, I've got 4 piles for you to choose from. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. So you guys can now take a moment and see which pile or piles you're most drawn to. And after you've selected your pile, there are timestamps in the description box below which you can use to jump ahead to your reading to see exactly how people remember you. So let's get straight into it. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's see how people remember you. We are starting off with the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords, the Hanged Man, Two of Swords, and Strength. Okay, wow. I'm already liking what I'm seeing. Okay, about you guys. All right, pile 1. So starting off with the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, what I'm seeing that people remember you as someone who is incredibly intelligent, someone who gets the most unique ideas, someone who has clear, sharp thinking, someone who never kind of just who never kind of backs down from a challenge, who every time god forbid there's a problem that you have to face, you always tend to find the solution in one way or another. You're thinking, you're so intelligent, pile 1, that no matter the situation, you are able to work in it. Because the wheel is constantly moving. So similarly with you guys, you people never stop. Even if life kind of force you to kind of take a pause, even then you will get up and you will try to make your life work. Whether it's working slowly, whether it's working at your pace, that doesn't matter. But you will not remain stationary. You will not just be like, okay, nothing's happening for me, so I'm not going to do anything. No, you're not one to give up. You're constantly thinking about things, and your mind is constantly at work. I am really seeing that your mind is constantly at work. You guys are like, just thinking about something or the other, and you are full of new ideas, full of bright ideas. And because of that, with the Hanged Man here, I'm really seeing that people remember you as someone who's like one of a kind. There's no one like you, a very unique individual. You are, pile 1, and that's exactly how people remember you. Whenever they're talking about you, whenever they're thinking about you, they're always like, this person was incredibly unique. They had their own sense of style, they had their own sense of learning new things. They never conformed to the normal stuff. They never conformed to society. Even the most simplest of things, they would do it in their own way. Whatever they felt was right, they would do it according to that. They would hardly ever follow the rules. Not in the bad sense that you are deviating or anything like that, but just that you had your own way of doing things. So people really kind of view you as this individual who's always thinking outside the box, who has a very unconventional method of doing things, of thinking about, of viewing the world, of perceiving different circumstances and situations. So they really think, and they go like, oh yeah, pile 1 was that person who would always come up with the strangest of ideas. But with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm also seeing that people also view you as or remember you as someone who is very adventurous, who was who made life exciting, who wasn't up for, if somebody was bored, all they would have to do is come and talk to you, or just spend some time with you, and you will just get, like, in your presence, boredom is not welcomed. That's the kind of memories that people have of you. So they're really like fond of that. They really remember you fondly. They remember you as someone who is very intelligent. Some might even view you as a competition as well, because obviously it depends from person to person. For some people, yeah, they remember you fondly, and they remember, yeah, like, Pile One was my friend, and they were so intelligent and all of that. But there might be other people who might have felt that, oh, Pile One was my biggest competition out there, because they had the most unique ideas, and they were always at the top. They were always winning things. People also see you as someone who's victorious. We also have a strength here. So this is all about taming the lion, overcoming obstacles, victory and everything. So people also view you as someone who used to win a lot, like someone who was very successful, someone who never backed down from a challenge, someone who always rose to the top after defeating his or her enemies. That's how people remember you. They remember you as a strong, very strong individual who was like, willing to face up to anything, who had incredible courage, incredible bravery. Because when it comes to obstacles, Pile One, you need a certain amount of bravery. No one can just, yeah, if you don't have bravery, if you don't have courage, it's hard to even overcome those obstacles that are standing in your way. And a lot of times people just end up with regrets, who are fearful. So you guys are people remember you as someone who is incredibly fearless, someone who is always like, okay, there's a challenge, let's get to it, let's get to the bottom of it, let's conquer it. You are always like, some might even remember you as someone who would deliberately look for a challenge, someone who would deliberately look for that difficult situation just so you could overcome it. Like, you were like a hardcore person, a very hardcore person, and people know that about you. People remember that about you. I mean, I think that's like one of your most distinctive qualities that people remember. And also with the Wheel of Fortune here, they also view you as someone who's very knowledgeable, who has a lot of information at their disposal, who knows about a lot of different things in life, and who loves to do research. Probably people remember you as someone who was well deep into research, who would always fact check their information before kind of delivering it, or before arguing over it. And people view you as someone like, even if you don't know something, a Pile One, you are not so egotistic or proud that you would not even bother searching up on that. Like, if you don't know anything, you would first of all ask the person that, okay, I don't know. Like, you're not afraid to admit that you don't know something. And also, if you don't know anything, you would just Google it, and it's not like you will feel bad about it or anything, but people feel that that's a good thing. That shows how humble you are. And people really like that about you. They like that, yes, you're always making sure that you are delivering the correct information. Also with this Ace of Swords, another message that I'm getting for you guys is that people remember you as someone who's a very good conversationalist, someone who has the most exciting conversations. Like I'm saying, if somebody is bored and they come and talk to you, they come and spend time with you, that boredom is going to go away. Like, because you are so exciting, because the way you talk about the things that you talk, they're like so exciting that people just forget why they were bored in the first place. Like, you make people get rid of boredom. So I just feel like you are that go-to person, a very exciting person. People really remember you as someone who was incredibly exciting, someone who's always talking about new things. There's some people who are always just talking about the same old thing. People get bored of them. People are like, stop, you sound like a broken record and everything. But you guys are not like that, Pile One. You always have something new to talk about, something new to share, a new piece of information, a new piece of fact. And not even like gossip. I feel like gossip is not your forte or your interest. You might know a lot of gossip, you might know a lot of information about other people, but you are not one to talk about other people. You're not one to gossip. And people really appreciate that about you. People remember that. I feel like I have this image of a person in my head who's thinking about you, and they're smiling as they think about you, like they have their eyes closed. I don't know, salt and pepper hair. I don't know who this person is. Excuse me. But they have like salt and pepper hair, but they have their eyes closed and they're thinking about you, and they're like, they have a smile on their face, and they seem mature, they appear mature, but that's the image in my head, that this person or these people remember you really fondly. They have a smile on their face. On the other hand, like I was saying, you're not one to gossip, even though you have a lot to gossip about, but you're not one to gossip about other people. With the Two of Swords here, this tells me that people also remember you as someone who was very closed off. People would come and tell you their stuff, but you hardly ever told anyone about what you're going through, what you're feeling. So people also, people who really kind of scrutinized you, who really paid attention to you. This could be your close friends who you are no longer in touch with. So they remember, they're like, pile one, just, it was hard for them to talk. It was hard for them to open up. They wouldn't tell anyone when they were in a difficult situation. You just really had to pry it out of them. And they're also with the Two of Swords here, you are a very good secret keeper. You just keep it close to your heart. You don't go around sharing people's confidential stuff with others, not even your best friends. So yeah, let's see what else we have for you. Okay, we have the World. We have Six of Pentacles. We have Six of Wands. Of course, like I was saying, victory, we have High Priestess. And we have the Emperor. Okay. So with the Major Arcana cards showing up for you, this really tells me that some of these attributes about you are like, oops, sorry, I forgot. I didn't realize you guys couldn't see. Okay. So this tells me that, this energy, this Major Arcana energy just tells me just how solid your personality is, and how people remember you to be someone who of a very solid character, of a very headstrong character, a very, like a shield, like a powerful brick wall kind of a character. Like whatever your attributes are, pile one, people remember them to be as like, they're really strong, and no one can like break through them. No one can influence those attributes of yours. So starting off with this Six of Pentacles here and Six of Wands here. The Six of Pentacles, people really remember you as someone who was who's generous, who helped them out in their time of need. And maybe those people want to help you in return, but they just don't know. There are some people who have lost touch with you complete, like they've lost your phone number, they've lost your email, all your social media, whatever. They're no longer like, they have no access to you whatsoever. So those people kind of really wish that somehow, look at this lady's on the phone and with her laptop open. So these people are like, they want to kind of contact you, they want to get in touch with you, just so for once they can help you out, because there was a time when you helped them out, and you helped them out in a very big way. And they remember that. They remember you being the one to help out when there was no one else for them. The one phone call, that's all it would take to get in touch with you and for you to help them out. So they remember you as being someone who's very helpful, someone who's incredibly generous, who never kind of, made a big deal about helping people. Some people do that, they make a big deal out of it, and they constantly remind people of all they've done for them. You are not like that, and people remember that about you, that you never made people feel bad about asking for your help. You always were eager to help, always eager to give. Some people might even remember you as someone who's very charitable, someone who's always doing charity, always helping someone or the other out, someone who's fighting for the cause, fighting for the underprivileged. I feel like people really remember this fact that whatever you fight toward, whatever your goals are, whatever you're putting your efforts into, you are always victorious. So people really view you as someone, or remember you as someone who was always winning things, who was getting the highest grades, who was winning in the sports matches, whatever. Like if you are into sports, or if you were into sport, then your team was the one who was always winning. in terms of your work, career, job, you're the one who's getting the promotion again and again, the one who's getting the most incentives, the highest increment level, like all of that. Like people remember you as being someone very successful and someone who is deserving of the success. Of course, there are people who don't like you very much and they'll be like, oh, this person was just so lucky. Palawan was always so lucky, that they were winning things when they didn't even deserve it. It was clear that our boss may like them more than the others. So, that's their whole sour grapes thing going on. But there are people who remember that, yes, you clearly deserve every success that you've ever gotten. Also, with the world card here, I'm getting this message that some people might remember you as someone who loved to go around, because we have Wheel of Fortune movement. So you're someone who loves to go around, who loves to explore new places. Even if I'm not saying that I'm not getting this message that, oh, you travel to different countries all the time. No, it could just be that in your city, in your town, you're always looking for new places. You're always going around. You don't really stay at home. You're always out. In some new place or the other, always exploring, and so people remember that's why you made life exciting, because you knew all the cool places, you knew all the new hot spots everywhere, and you used to you would take your friends there and have like a really good time. So people remember all those good times that they had with you. This is so adorable. And people really have some fond memories when it comes to you, Pile One. On the other hand, with the High Priestess here, people remember you as someone who's like, really intuitive. Like I'm saying, you have knowledge about a lot of different stuff. Some of this stuff might be of this world. You even have knowledge and information about things that are not necessarily of this world. And people know that they regard you as someone who's highly, highly intelligent and highly, highly informative. I don't know, with this card, the High Priest, I'm also remembering that, normally in movies you see that there's a group of people, like when they're young, or even when they're in their adulthood, and they all get together. Like in one of those horror movies, they get the Ouija board out and then they start communicating with spirits and everything. I don't know why, but I'm getting this image in my head that probably some of you guys, Pile One, you also kind of did that with your friends, and try to talk to spirits or something. But so if that is true for you, if that resonates, of how one that you ever did something like that, people remember that about you. People remember that time when you actually tried to, because they're like, okay, Pile One is interested in all of these things. So one time we actually tried communicating with spirits. So that's like one memory they have of you that they kind of really remember in a fond manner. Like they really feel good when they think about those times when you guys were all carefree and there was no worries about anything whatsoever. So they really remember that, and then because of that, they also really think that you're very intuitive. You're very quick at picking up different vibes off of people, and once you do that, once you pick up those vibes, you're able to kind of adjust yourself, adjust your personality to meet the needs of people, to communicate in a way that would help a person out, rather than just remaining in this one fixed facet of yours, and kind of pushing people away. So you do not do that. You just adjust yourself. That's why your intuition is so strong, because you understand, okay, this is what people need. Also with the Emperor here, people really view you as someone who's incredible. Like they remember you as a hardworking individual, someone who's very responsible and who never let the other person down. Like if your professor is giving you a task, your boss is giving you a task, your friends asking you for help, you never let anybody down. You were like the best of the best. People remember that about you. All right, let's see. Okay, we have a man. Oh, I was getting an image of a man. So probably there's a man who has fond memories of you, or someone who embodies their masculine side more as compared to their feminine side. All right, we have a side, and we have house. Okay. Interesting. So with the house here, excuse me, people remember you as someone who's a very protective of their family, who's very protective of their home. And I feel like if somebody threatened your family or threatened your loved one in any way, this could be your friends, this could be your co-workers as well, your family, anyone, as long, like if they come into that category of your loved ones, you will not hesitate to cut them out of your life, because for them, your peace of mind, for you guys, your peace of mind matters a lot to you, and you're not gonna let anybody destroy that. So when it comes to getting rid of stuff, when it comes to getting rid of all that doesn't serve you, I feel like according to people and what they remember of you, they really feel as if, they really think that you are someone who would not hold on to anything that is not serving you. Especially when it comes to people, you're not going to allow any toxic energy to pollute your environment. You would get rid of that person, or you will step away from that person and just, live in your comfort, like in your own sanctuary, your own space, which is full of positivity and full of, love and all the positive stuff. But with the man here, I really do feel that there is some masculine energy that is currently, you're on their mind. They are constantly thinking of you, remembering the past, or might not even be the recent past, but even if this person is currently in contact with you, every time you talk to this person thinks about you afterwards. They remember all that you guys talked about. And yeah, like really fond memories, I feel like really fond memories people have of you, and they remember you in a very positive light, pile 1. All right, so this is all I have for you, pile 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile 2, welcome to your reading. Let's see how people remember you. All right, we have 4 of Wands, Temperance, 9 of Wands, 2 of Wands in reverse. So many wands. And we have 9 of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. So with all this Wands energy coming through for you, pile 2, the first message that I'm getting is people view you as someone who's incredibly passionate. They remember you as someone who's highly energetic, and someone who's incredibly creative, and someone who's like, for some of you, it could even be that someone who people remember you as someone who has a big temper, like who has a very volatile temperament, someone who gets angry really quickly. So obviously not everything is going to resonate, but if that resonates, okay, take that. But that's like how people view you, because all these wands are here, all this fire energy is coming through for you. You guys could be a fire sign as well. Or the person who's thinking about you might be a fire sign. But if you are a fire sign, a very fire dominating kind of energy, people know that about. People remember you as someone, pile 2 was a very fiery person, someone with a very fiery personality, someone very intense, very passionate. I feel like you guys were intense to the point that you kind of would shake people up, like people would be intimidated by you. Like the people who remember you, they remember being intimidated by you at first before they got to know you, and they got to realize just how amazing you are, because this is fire energy, this is creation, this is like warmth. So some people initially were kind of scared of your energy, of your aura. But after getting to know you, they realize that you are a very down-to-earth person. You are someone who is like really warm and loving and caring. Yes, you can be like, if somebody's loved by you, pile 2, they're incredibly lucky. They are incredibly lucky. People should just, they should feel lucky to be loved by you. On the other hand, with the 4 of Wands here starting off, this really tells me that people remember you as someone who was very successful, and not in just one area. Like, you aren't just successful in your career or in terms of your relationship. You are someone who was who's successful in every single aspect of their life. I mean, that's how people remember you. It might be true, might not be true, but that's how people remember, because they saw a certain side of you which made them believe that, you're doing well in life. So people really remember you as someone who's done well in their life, or who's constantly doing well in their life, and who's always on the path, on an upward trajectory, who's always on the road to success. And as someone, also people remember you as someone who throws the best parties. Like any celebration that you are hosting, Pile 2, the best. Literally the best. Everyone would just love to be invited to your parties. Everybody would want to be invited to a lunch out with you, or a lunch at your home, or a dinner party at your home, something of that sort. People, or if there's a game night, if you guys do that, like, invite everybody to come and watch a game or something. Yeah, you are the one who hosts the best parties, the best celebrations out there. And you just have this knack of throwing parties. You just have this talent, I don't know why, but I'm getting this image that if possible, like maybe you guys could be party planners or something, because, people really view you as someone who just throws the best parties, birthday celebrations, any anniversaries, whatever it is, any good occasion, you are the best ones out there. On the other hand, with the Temperance card here, this tells me that people remember you as someone who has a lot of patience, a very patient person. People really remember this about you, that you're someone who's incredibly patient, especially when, God forbid, life's not doing so well and life is just crazy. The way you practice patience is so intense and so powerful that people actually remember that about you. They remember you as being someone who never complained, someone who was calm in the midst of adversity, someone who did not lose their cool in the middle of a crisis, and someone who practiced patience until the end. Like, you never lost your patience, you never lost your cool. Even when things went from bad to worse, you still didn't lose it. You kept a cool head on your shoulders. You were like, it's okay, it's going to get better. You remained positive, even if everything around you was negative. You did your best to remain positive, Pile 2, and people remember that. People remember your strength, and because of this, with the 9 of Wands coming through, this tells me that a lot of people view you as someone who's incredibly brave, someone who never gives up, who is always ready to move forward. Even if odds are against you, you're still like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try and see what's going to happen. I cannot just sit back and not do anything. Yes, you're patient. You're willing to wait for divine intervention to come, but at the same time, you also understand that you sitting and not doing anything is not going to solve your problem. So you would be making efforts. You will constantly be making efforts, but you're not going to complain if your efforts are not working out at that current point. You'll be like, okay, I get it, divine intervention, it's gonna happen when it's meant to happen. But you will still continue making efforts, because you don't know when that divine timing will take place. So people really admire that about you. They remember this in a really fond manner, that yes, this person, if they are successful at this point, if Pile 2 is successful at this point, they deserve the success because they were patient, they were brave, they did not give up when life got tough. I mean, with the 9 of Pentacles here, yeah, people view you as someone, they remember you as someone who's content, who's always been content. Even when life wasn't going their way, they still, were positive, you maintained that positive attitude about you, and you were like, no, it's going to work out, the universe is working in my favor, it is going to be fine, I know it doesn't seem. And sometimes, yeah, even you guys even had a hard time believing what you were saying to people, that yes, things are going to be fine. Maybe for some of you, you didn't really even believe it, you're like, I don't know if anything's going to be fine, but you still tried, you still kept up that it's going to be okay, you still try to maintain that positive mindset, and that's what matters. So people really think that you deserve every bit of success that you have gotten in life, or if you haven't gotten your success right now, people really remember you as someone who is meant for success and who will one day be incredibly successful. Pile 2. Also, with the Two of Wands in reverse, I feel like people remember you as someone who's very adventurous, someone who is not going to spend 1 week or 2 weeks just planning out something. You would just do it. If you get to know something that, okay, this is happening, or this is something that you want to do, you will do it. You will go head first into it. You're not going to spend hours and days planning on how to get into that or how to do that particular thing. You will get into it. You are a very adventurous individual. Some people would even say that, or they remember you as someone who was like the daredevil, someone who was always living on the edge, trying crazy new things, going on crazy adventures. And I feel like a lot of people remember that, I remember some memories where now looking back, they will laugh at it, but excuse me, but during that time when that situation was taking place, they were like, Pile 2 is so stupid. How could they not think about this? How could they have not planned this? They should have done that. So a lot of people have these memories of you where you guys were absolute chaos, like in a good way. Like they remember this in a good way. Like they're not cursing you, or they're not upset about those memories that where you were just being your silly goofy self, and you were just enjoying life without thinking or anything, those silly things that we do when we were young, and then we just laugh about them later. That's the energy coming through for you when people are thinking about you and they're remembering you. They remember all the craziest things, the silly things that you guys did together, without planning, without doing anything. Yeah. On the other hand, with the Nine of Pentacles, like I was saying, people remember you as someone who's always been content, always been down to earth, who never forgot where they came from, someone who always remembered their place, their roots, their identity, who never just forgot about it no matter what, and someone who's always been content, someone who's always had a smile on their face no matter how difficult things got. People really remember you as a very, very strong individual, Pile 2. All right, then we have Two of Wands again, only this time it is upright, so okay. We have Three of Wands in reverse. There's so much wand energy. We have Three of Pentacles, Four of Chalices, and the Tower in reverse. Okay. All right. So with the double three coming here with the Three of Wands in reverse and Three of Pentacles, one thing is that, oh my gosh, why do I always forget that? Okay. Sorry. All right, Pile 2. So with the number 3 coming up twice for you guys, this tells me that people remember you as a very social individual. Like not like social, like, oh, you had a big group of friends or something. Like maybe you're someone who didn't have a big group of friends. You just had your own 2-3 close friends. So, but however many friends you had, you still did your best to spend time with them. You did not just neglect them and be like, no, I'm a loner. I prefer to be by myself. I don't want anybody else. I don't want to spend time with anybody else. No, however many friends you have, you did your best to kind of maintain that relationship with them. At that time, obviously, when life comes, sometimes you drift apart. The distance grows something, but at that time when you were close with them, when you were in touch with them, you did your best to kind of talk to them and keep them in the loop and maintain that relationship, obviously. And you were always like going out with your friends. with your coworkers, whoever like those close people are who are thinking about you, who are remembering you. They remember spending time with you, like a lot of time with you, like, that you did not neglect them, you did not kind of ignore them. You did your best to kind of spend time with them as much as you can and talk to them as much as you could. Also with this Three of Pentacles, you guys can see there's this artist standing here. So also with all this fire energy, yeah, people really remember you as a very, very creative individual, someone who's maybe into art, like with this painting, with this artist here. This kind of tells me that some of you guys might be artists. You guys might be into drawing, painting, or if not, you guys might be into writing, singing, dancing, acting, whatever, some creative thing. So not only do they remember you as being very creative, but they also remember your craft, whatever it is. They remember, oh, the Pile 2 used to write like the best stories, because they're remembering you, they're reminiscing. So they remember like all these memories where they've kind of got access to your art. They got a glimpse of it. Some people saw your drawings, some people saw your paintings, some people saw your writing. They saw you dancing, they saw some clips of you acting, and they remember like just how talented you are. And they remember that oh, Pile 2 was one of my most talented friends, some of the most talented people I know. So whatever your art, whatever your creative field might be, Pile 2, yeah, people really remember you as a very talented individual. They remember you as, someone who knows exactly what to do, like someone who can visualize clearly in their head what they want to do with this Two of Wands here. Well, you guys can see with this crystal ball kind of thing here, looks like a crystal ball to me. But you can visualize things. And probably with all this green here, I'm also sensing a twinge of envy here as well, but not like in a negative way, in a very positive way, that oh, Pile 2 was so creative, I wish I could be as creative as them, because they could visualize things so easily in their head. I wish I could do that. That's the kind of envy the people have. They're not jealous, or they don't hate you for being creative. They don't feel threatened by you for being creative, but they're just like, they remember that you're super talented, and they just wish they could be just as talented as you are. On the other hand, with this Four of Chalices here, I feel like some people also remember you as being someone very protective of their friends, like protective in the sense that, like you have 2 or 3 people you're close to, and that's it. You might not be very accepting of, or very receptive to a new individual coming in your group. You're content with what you have, basically. You're like, I have my 2-3 friends, I'm happy with them, I don't want anybody else. So even if a new person will try to get close to you, try to be a part of your group, they might have a hard time becoming a part of your group, because you might not be very receptive to them. You might not be very accepting. You might be establishing clear boundaries that, yes, these are my friends, this is my group, that's it. So some people really feel as if there was some sort of remember you as being a very exclusive kind of a person, where I'm saying all this in a very positive sense, okay? Not in a negative sense that, oh, you had your own clique and you never bothered giving anybody else a chance. Not like that. But it's just that, you're like, yeah, these are my people. I feel safe with them. And that's all I want. Because probably people have hurt you in the past. And because of that, you're like, I don't want to... Are you just someone who takes time to warm up to new people? So people remember that about you as well, Pile 2, that you are someone who doesn't, and also those people who are close to you, like if suppose one of these cups is one of your friends who's all remembering you, thinking about you, like at one point they were super close to you, they were part of your inner circle. Those people, they feel lucky that they were a part of your group, like they were your friends, they were a part of your inner circle. Like they feel privileged, they feel lucky that, yeah, we were friends with Pile 2, we were the ones, not anybody else. It was me and somebody else maybe, or it was just me. I was that one friend. So probably like there is that kind of an exclusivity to you guys, where it's like people who are there with you, they feel super lucky to have gotten to know you, because like I'm saying, people remember you as a very talented individual, and they also think that you have the potential to be famous one day. So that's why they feel like really lucky that, oh yeah, one day if Pile 2 becomes famous, yeah, we can go proudly and we proudly can tell the world that, yeah, we knew Pile 2. All right, then we have this, the Tower in reverse. So like I was saying, it's hard for you to accept new people, to warm up to new people. Similarly with the Tower in reverse, because Tower in reverse is like, not being very receptive to change. So any new person coming in, you will take time to really get to know that person before you even start trusting, or before you even start really opening up to them. You would observe them. You might even appear very cold to people, because we have all this blue here coming through. You might appear even cold to such people, because like I'm saying, you're protecting yourself. It's just more like a survival thing, rather than you having anything against that new person. So it's just a survival thing. Do not feel bad about any of that. People don't think that you were wrong for being closed off to people. No, you were just protecting yourself, making sure that they are the right person, they're worthy of your time and attention. So let's see what else we have. All right, we have a ship, we have the moon. Oh yeah, we're getting fame again for you guys. People really remember that. All right, we have book. Okay, so with the moon here and with the ship here, this really tells me that some people really remember, or people who are remembering you, they really feel as if, one day you're going to be super famous, Pile 2. You'll be super successful, because we have 4 of Wands also coming through for you. And you will be famous, not just in your area, not just in your city, in your country, but you will be famous probably around the globe, because we have ship, we've got movement coming through, travel coming through. So wherever you go, people are going to know you, they're going to recognize you. So people really believe that you have the potential to be a famous. On the other hand, with the book here, people remember you as being a bookworm, reading a lot of books, being fond of books, always having your head buried in a book. Some people remember that, remember you as, being that kind of a person. And they also remember that you having a lot of knowledge and a lot of information, like to the scholarly level. You might not be considered a scholar in the traditional sense. You might not be considered a professor or a PhD person, but the kind of knowledge you possess might just mistake you, like people might mistake you as someone who is highly knowledgeable, who's someone who's done their PhD or something like that. If you have done your PhD, that's good on you, but suppose if you haven't, then just the kind of knowledge, the amount of knowledge that you have, people kind of start thinking, remember that, Pile 2 was someone who had so much knowledge. They were always reading books. They were always the best in school in terms of the workplace. They were getting the highest stuff, like the highest grades and all of that. So they wouldn't be surprised if one day you become a very powerful scientist or something like that. All right, so this is all I have for you, Pile 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's see how people remember you. All right, we have 9 of Cups, the Hermit, the Hierophant, 2 of Cups in reverse. Oh, sorry, 10 of Cups in reverse. Sorry. And we have the Chariot. Okay, Pile 3. So for you guys, how do people remember you? With the Hermit here, I'm already getting that the first thing that people remember you as someone who prefer to be by themselves, someone who's an introvert. Some might even remember you as being a loner, being by themselves, not having many friends, or not even having friends at all. But at the same time, you are someone incredibly wise. Maybe that's why people remember you as someone, like that you were by yourself, but you had a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of maturity. And some people might even believe that excuse me, that you were very selective when it came to having friends, selective when it came to exchanging energies with anyone whatsoever. You were always the selective sort, and that's why not a lot of people kind of got to have access to you. Only a few lucky chosen ones got to have access to you. And someone who was always like into like thinking about themselves, reflecting upon their actions, their behaviors, their words. Someone who was always maybe they remember you as someone who's interested in philosophy, or into, you know, the whole this phenomena of this of life, of this world, how life works, how this world works, what's the point, meaning of life, all of that. So some people might even remember you as an old soul, that oh, you were either ahead of your time, or you were born, you were probably, you know, you had a few past lives or something. Some people might even think that about you, a pile 3, that you are not a new soul, like this is not your first birth. You've had prior knowledge, you have had prior experience. So they really view you as someone who's mature, someone who, when they look in your eyes, and or they think about your, like when they're visualizing you, your face, so they remember you as having eyes, like, you know, very like, you know, they say that eyes are the windows to the soul, right? So they see a lot of maturity in your eyes. That's how they might say that, oh, you know, pile 3 was an old soul. But at the same time, with the 9 of cups here, this tells me that a lot of people also remember you as being someone who's very confident. You know, someone who knows exactly what their worth is, because like I'm saying, you guys are always reflecting upon your actions. You know, you have like a lot of knowledge to give out, a lot of good advice to give out. Some people, because we have the Hermit and the Hierophant, both these cards depict mentors. So a lot of people also remember you as being their mentor. Maybe you're someone who's a teacher, or someone who has done who's provided some sort of knowledge to someone, probably a consultant as well. So a lot of your clients, a lot of your students think about you, and they think about how you are such an amazing teacher, how you are one of the best mentors out there, someone who has guided them on the right path, someone who's given them the right information, someone who did not mislead them. So if this is you, if you are this person, like the teacher, the consultant, so a lot of like all these people thinking about you, pile 3, they remember you in a very fond light, in a very positive light. They remember you, they remember all the good things about you, and I don't think they think about anything bad related to you. There's nothing bad about you in their eyes. According to them, you guided them on the right path. You never, and if somebody else misled them, you were quick to give them the correct information, give them the right guidance, so that they could succeed. And that's why they feel all the more, you know, they're more fond of you. They like you a lot, because you weren't all about yourself. You know, you weren't selfish, that oh, my success is all that matters. No, you were all about helping others succeed with the 9 of Cups here, because you knew your worth. You know, you knew just what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. So that's why you did not feel insecure when it came to helping somebody else succeed, because you understood that my success is going to come to me no matter how much it is. It could be big, it could be small, but that's mine. So there's no point trying to kind of keep somebody away from their success. So that's why a lot of people view you, remember you as being very secure in yourself, a very secure individual. You might have your own insecurities, that is fine, pile 3, but you know, a lot of people remember you like that. People remember you as being very confident, as being very secure, of being very helpful, and always being there to help. Always. Like, no matter the time of day, you were always ready to help people out, no matter the problem, no matter the situation, big or small, easy, hard, whatever the situation, you were always there for them. So they just really remember that about you. I feel really warm right now. And that's the energy, I'm feeling that they really like, there's a lot of warmth emanating from these cards right now in terms of you guys, that's how much people love you, and they view you, they remember you with such positive energy and positive attitude. And like I was saying, you're not about yourself. I feel like with the 10 of Cups in reverse, I feel like a lot of people remember you as someone who sacrificed their desires, their whatever goals, whatever that was. You sacrificed yourself, your energy, your money, your time to help somebody else. They, some people might even remember you as a martyr, that you sacrificed your entire thing, you gave up all that you had just to help someone out. So they remember that about you. They haven't forgotten. They might not have come and told you up to your face that, oh, I appreciate what you've done, but they remember, pile 3. So if you are like, oh, I did so much for people, and they don't even remember it at this point, or they have forgotten about all that I've done, no way. No way. I mean, those people, the selfish ones, the ones who don't like you and who are all for themselves, yeah, sure, they'll forget, because they'll forget anything that others do for them. They're all about themselves. But there are people who remember what you've done, who appreciate what you have done. They remember that you gave up all that you had, all your time, all your energy for them to help somebody else out. They remember that you weren't selfish when they needed help, when somebody else, like, it was really easy for you to be selfish, but you chose not to be. So they remember that, and they admire that about you. That's why there's so much warmth here, that's why they love you so much. They wish that they could be in touch with you. Those people wish they could come to you with the Chariot here. They wish they could travel. Maybe these people are the ones who kind of changed places, or probably you ended up changing places, and people, like, all these people kind of grew apart from your life. But those people wish they could meet you once again. And some people might even be thinking that, I wish I could go to pile 3 and just tell them one time that, yes, I appreciate all that they've done for me or for others. Like, I appreciate them. I acknowledge what they've done. And I wish I could tell them, that those are the kind of thoughts that people have. Like, they remember pile 3. They have not forgotten. They might not have gotten a chance to tell you at that point in life, maybe because they were busy, or there was just a lot going on, or they, sometimes you just end up taking things for granted. You end up taking people for granted. You take advantage of them. It is only when that person's not there that you realize what they've done for you. I feel like that's the case with you guys. People remember all that you have done for them. And it's just sad that they remember now when you're not there, like when people have grown apart. Or for some people, you might still be in touch with, but obviously, like, whenever they're thinking about you, whenever they're remembering you, reminiscing about you, they definitely think about all that you have done for them. And it's sweet. I'm getting emotional because with this card, I'm clearly seeing that you have lost a lot, and not just because life took it away from you, because you guys are so generous, a pile 3, that you willingly gave it up. You willingly sacrificed all that you had just to help someone out. I mean, that just shows how strong and powerful you guys are, because you understand that materialistic things are versus a human life, like, what's more important. You understand that, and that just kind of that's just powerful stuff. You guys are really strong. I have to admit, you guys are. All right, then we have a 4 of Swords here. We have Knight of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Chalices, and a 2 of Swords. I see. Interesting. Okay. So with the 4 of Swords here, for some of you guys, a pile 3, a lot of people remember you as someone who loves to sleep. Maybe they remember that about you, that you are really fond of your sleep, like you love your beauty sleep. And if you ever get some downtime, like there's nothing for you to do, you will go to sleep. That might be something that they particularly remember about you, that you love your sleep. On the other hand, this card also tells me that a lot of people remember you as someone who is very spiritual. Obviously, all these cards are popping up for you, which talk about spirituality, of being knowledgeable, of just reflecting upon your actions and everything. So a lot of people might view you as someone who's very spiritual, who's someone who has a very big connection to the cosmos. Some people might even think that, oh, you actually talk to the cosmos, like in your downtime whenever you're going to bed or something. You pray, you talk to the universe, you communicate. So they might view you as someone who is in touch with the universe, who is actively in touch with the universe. Also with the Eight of Pentacles here. Yep, obvious message coming through for you. A lot of people remember you as being super hardworking. Like obviously when you're hardworking, that's why people are coming to you for knowledge and help. But you are super hardworking, and whatever you do it sincerely. A lot of people remember you as being a very sincere individual, not only to yourself, but to everybody around you, to your work, to your family, to your relatives, even to strangers. You are sincere. You will never misguide anyone. If you don't know something, you would tell them. You would be like, I don't know, but I would not give you wrong information. I would rather admit that I don't know. And that does nothing, that like just you not knowing something, it doesn't kind of affect your self-esteem in any way. That's why people view you as someone who's a secure individual, someone who's confident in themselves, because you will work hard, you will learn. Maybe this Eight of Pentacles also talking about how you guys are constantly learning new things, constantly getting new knowledge. You're always trying to learn everything about everything. You even are interested in learning about things that might not be necessarily interested in, or some things that you might be like, how is this even going to help me? You're still interested in learning all of that. Like you just love to learn, and people admire that about you, that you're a constant student despite everybody coming to you and asking you for guidance. You do not let that attention get to your head. Pile 3, you're very down to earth in that regard, very humble. Do not let that kind of attention, that kind of importance get to your head. You understand your worth. You know exactly what you are an expert in and what you're not an expert in. And what you're not an expert in, you will work on that. You will work hard to become an expert. So that's why a lot of time people might even remember you as someone who's an expert in a lot of things, like with the Nine of Cups. Obviously cups is like, victory, achievement, all of that. So probably, you have like a lot of achievements, a lot of expertise in different areas. And that is because you work hard. You constantly learn. You constantly are working towards, becoming better in that particular thing until you master it. And then you move on to something else. So it's a constant cycle with you guys of learning, and gaining as much knowledge as you can. Also with the Knight of Wands here, this tells me like there's this dinner thing happening, like all these candles are here. So this also tells me that a lot of people might remember that you love candles, you love collecting candles, or you just have a lot of candles in your home, and they could be scented, they could just be really fancy candles, or they could just be normal candles, but probably they just think that you love candles. They remember that about you, or whenever they would go in your house, there would be like a candle lit somewhere or the other, but people just remember that about you, that you love candles and you love collecting candles, you love buying candles, and yeah, you probably like and with this candles, because candles are like, the flames there and all of that, so people might remember you as being someone who's like light, who provides light. Obviously with the Hermit here, the light part is coming through as well. So you go around providing light to people. We also have this 10 of Cups in reverse, but you guys can see there's this big orb over here. So this also tells me like, yeah, you are someone who's like light for others, a pile 3, and people love you. People really love you. On the other hand, with the 5 of chalices, I feel like this is not about you. This is about what people think of you. This card, I mean. And that is like I was saying, you have sacrificed a lot. You've given up a lot. And people really remember all that you have lost. People remember that. People remember all that you gave up for others. They remember that. They acknowledge that about you, pile 3. They might not tell you. They might never even get the chance to tell you, even if they want to. But I feel like I was saying, they want to come to you. But with this 2 of swords, this tells me that at this point, those people don't have access to you. You have you're closed off from them, maybe due to circumstances, maybe due to their own thing. Maybe it's been so long that you never even got their contact, like there was no social media or anything like that. So there's no way to get in touch with you. You're like blocked, closed off with this 2 of swords. So, but they remember all that you've lost, all your suffering. People remember that. And they feel bad that you lost so much, because you didn't deserve to lose as much as you did. You did not deserve to give up all that you had to. Sure, you did it willingly because you understood that, yes, this is important. People don't consider you stupid for sacrificing what you did. They don't consider you stupid for doing what you did. No, they feel bad that life put you in that situation where you had to give it up. They feel bad that you had to sacrifice all that you were fond of, all that was precious to you, to help someone out. They feel bad about you. You see this lady crying. Those are the people crying for you. They feel bad that, whatever happened to you, all the bad stuff that happened to you, pile 3, you didn't deserve any of it. None of it whatsoever. So they remember that, and they think about it, and they feel bad that even now, even today, like suppose if all this happened like a really long time ago, when people are thinking about you, they remember all that stuff, they still feel bad. They still get that pain in their heart that, you didn't deserve that. You really didn't. All right, so let's see what else we have for you. Okay, we have Lady, Fish, and Snake. Okay. With the Lady here, this tells me that either a lady, like a woman, female, is remembering you, or is constantly thinking about you, constantly reminiscing about you. You're always on this lady's mind, always on this person, a female's mind. But it could be even a male who is more in touch with their feminine energy, like with their feminine side as compared to their masculine side. So it could even be a male who is constantly thinking about you, pile 3. On the other hand, with the Snake here, a lot of people remember that you have been manipulated, you were cheated on. Like I was saying, maybe that's why you lost whatever you did, whatever bad stuff you had to go through, pile 3. It's because it wasn't your fault. That's why I'm saying people don't consider you, people don't think that you were stupid. They clearly know that you were wronged. They know, they remember, they acknowledge that you were wronged, you were cheated upon, whatever happened to you was not fair. People manipulated you, they tricked you, they cheated on you, and they took everything from you. People remember that. They know that, there was a snake in your life at that time, and that snake took it all. That snake tricked you, and took everything away from you. Especially, I feel like with this fish here, I feel like it was like a monetary loss that occurred. It could be like a financial thing, or it could be like a material loss, like a house, property, something of that sort that you lost, piece of land, maybe some of your riches, maybe jewelry or something like that, you lost because of this snake that was in your life. It was this particular person who took it all from you, who tricked you into giving everything up. So this snake might not acknowledge what you have been through, what the snake put you through, but other people remember that. They remember that you were wronged. And they know that. They remember everything. They know what happened. So if you're thinking that, oh, nobody believes me, there are people who know the truth and who are on your side, who truly believe that whatever happened to you was not your fault and you were the one who was wronged. All right, so this is all I have for you, pile 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's see how people remember you. All right, we have 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords, we have Knight of Wands, Judgment, and the Tower. Okay. All right, pile 4. So starting off with the 3 of Swords here. So I'm getting a couple of messages for you guys in terms of how people remember you regarding this card. So first things first is that some people remember the heartbreak that you've been through, the loss that you encountered, or that you had to endure. People remember that. They remember that somebody hurt you a lot, like emotionally, mentally. They really did a number on you. Some people might even remember, like if you're someone who's been through a breakup, people remember that breakup. People remember how painful it was for you and how much you had to suffer because of that person, your ex, I mean. And they hate those people who remember this happening to you. They hate what that person did to you. They do not feel happy every time they think about this, that they clearly believe that you didn't deserve it. They clearly, every time they're thinking about you, they're remembering you. They're like, pile 4 did not deserve that. They did not deserve to suffer that pain, that loss that they had to suffer because of that particular person. So they remember that, like some sort of loss that you have been through. People remember that. On the other hand, the same card, 3 of Swords, people remember you as being the heartbreaker. I mean, they remember you as being very good looking, very attractive. And along with that, you having a very attractive, not only appearance, but personality as well. So that's what I'm saying. That's why people remember you as being the heartbreaker, because maybe this person is the one who got their heart broken by you. Like maybe because they were interested in you and you just didn't see them that way. You didn't have feelings for them, or that, you were already with someone else, so you didn't give this person a chance. So that person really remembers you as someone who, who they lost, who broke their heart. I don't think they kind of hate you or anything, pile 4. It could be, there might be some people who actually hate you for rejecting them, but I'm mainly getting the vibe that, yeah, this person remembers you as someone, yeah, who broke their heart once in their life, like at one point in their life, but they don't hate you for it. They just like, okay, yeah, it happened. I had feelings for pile 4 and they didn't reciprocate, so it's okay. But they remember that, yeah, they actually got their heart broken by you. On the other hand, with the 4 of Swords here, so this, I don't know why, but with the 3 and 4 here, pile 4, I got the number 34, so I don't know. It could be that this person thinking about you might be 34 years old or something, or 34 might be some sort of a significant number in your life. I don't know. But I just wanted to put that out there because I just got that message. Okay, so with the 4 of Swords here, a lot of people might even remember you as being someone who needs to take a break. I feel like a lot of people with the Knight of Wands here and the Tower here, I feel like a lot of people remember you and your life as being very chaotic. Constant changes happening. Maybe you are constantly moving from place to place, that you're not able to put down your roots. Every time you want to put down your roots somewhere, you want to settle somewhere, you are just ripped apart. You're uprooted from your current place and you're just planted in another place. So people remember that about you, that you're constantly on the move, and maybe that's the whole thing, that there are so many people who remember you because you are not someone who can be forgotten. Pile 4, not easily forgotten, because we have Judgment coming through. You guys can see this fairy angel thing blowing a trumpet. Like now when you're blowing a trumpet, everybody notices, you can't ignore the trumpet, the sound. So That's what I'm saying. You're not someone who can be ignored. That's why a lot of people remember you, despite you moving constantly. You People remember you. People remember you. You touch people's lives. You really leave an impression on people, pile 4. So even if you're only there for a short period of time, you make a significant impact on people. That's why they end up remembering you. You're like this judgment card, out there. No one can ignore you. So like I'm saying, since you people move around a lot, or it's just there's a lot of change taking place in your life, a lot of people kind of remember that you're someone who deserves a break, who needs a break, who needs their life to kind of slow down and just chill. Like they want, like those people kind of want your life to chill out a little. Not you, because I feel like you're calm and everything, but your life is kind of chaotic, and people just wish that it wasn't so chaotic, so that you can get a break once in a while, so you can get some beauty sleep once in a while. And with the Four of Swords here, a lot of people also remember you as someone who values their beauty sleep. Someone who, I think I got this message for another pile as well, but I don't remember if it was pile 2, I think. I don't remember, but there was one more which got the same message, that you value your beauty sleep, or that you make sure that you sleep 8 hours a day, or 7 hours, however many hours you sleep. You get that time to rest. A lot of people just remember you as being constantly on the go, so they're like, yeah, pile 4 needs to rest. Pile 4 really needs to rest. They need a break from all the chaos that is happening in their life, because like I'm saying, people remember the loss that you have suffered, if you have suffered, or if you haven't, if that part didn't resonate, then yeah, probably you have done some heartbreaking. Like a lot of people got their hearts broken because you did not see them that way, you didn't have feelings for them. But they have seen your life going up in flames. They have seen your life being chaotic, so they kind of really think about it, and every time they're remembering you, they're like, yeah, their life was something. Their life was constantly like an adventure. Some people might even remember you and romanticize your life, thinking that, oh, their life was so exciting. They were always changing homes. They were always changing cities, changing countries, or going to so many different places. Their life was so amazing. I wish we could have that. A lot of people even think like that about you, pile 4, that they wish they could have your life. But with the Knight of Wands, I'm also getting the message that people remember you as being someone who's very passionate, and someone who's not afraid to go after what they want. No matter the circumstances, no matter the situation, you are not afraid to go after what you want. So a lot of people remember you as someone who followed their heart, who did what they were interested in. And that's not a bad thing, pile 4. That's not a bad thing, but that's how people remember you, that pile 4 was the one who went after their passion, who followed their passion, and that is why they're so successful. That is why wherever they go, they leave an impression. And with the Tower here, a lot of people also remember you as someone who shook their world up. That's why I'm saying you guys cannot be forgotten. You guys are unforgettable, pile 4, because you come into a person's life, and it's like a roller coaster. Somebody who's bored with their life, they just need you to come into their lives to make it exciting, because you're gonna rip apart. You might not do it deliberately, but your energy is so intense, it's so powerful, that it's gonna rip apart whatever they've known, whatever they're familiar with, and it's gonna leave them with something new. You end up giving something new to people, pile 4. It could be something of the tangible nature. It could be something of a spiritual nature. It could just be a piece of knowledge. It could be a new emotion or something. But you always leave people with something new. You rip apart, you take away something old, maybe boredom, maybe the monotony of their lives, I don't know, but you take that away, and you always you leave people with something new. You always give people something different, something they never thought that they needed. but somehow you have that knowledge that, okay, this is what this person needs, or that it's your higher purpose, your soul's purpose. So your soul knows, even if you necessarily don't know what that person needs, your soul knows. That's why, yeah, this tower is here. You have a very powerful and intense energy, and people remember that. People, every time they remember you, they're like, pile 4 was intense. Powerful people. Okay, we have 8 of Swords in reverse, 7 of Wands, the Chariot, Knight of Chalices, another Knight. Okay. And Judgment again, guys, confirmation. Very unforgettable people. That's what you guys are. Unforgettable. We have both the Judgment cards coming up for you here. You guys should be proud of yourselves. You guys should be super proud of yourselves, because no one can forget you. And people long to talk to you. People miss you. Pile 4, people actually miss you. I'm not even exaggerating. You guys can see with both these Judgment cards here, this one's actually praying over here. So this really tells me that a lot of people wish to talk to you. They wish to get in touch with you once again, because they miss you so much. They miss that exciting energy that you bring to the table, that chaotic energy, that exciting thing where like whenever you would enter a room, the energy would just shift. It would shift dramatically, and people miss that. People, they're not even afraid to admit it, that they actually miss you. Yeah, like, if possible for you guys, do get in touch with people, because they miss you, pile 4. They actually miss you. And I think you're the first pile who actually gotten this message that people actually miss you. I mean, normally for other piles, like, yeah, people remember them and they think about all the memories and everything, but you are the ones people actually miss, because of the energy that you bring, this whole Chariot energy, where it's all like you're always on the go, always there's this frantic energy about you, powerful energy, like a bouncy energy to you. You never stay in one place. You're always up. Some people might even say that you have a lot of energy inside of you. Like, you might not necessarily be going around, like, you guys might not necessarily be going around the world or something, but it's just that you don't sit still. You cannot sit still for 2 minutes. You're always just exercising or walking or running, or always on the move. You don't sit still. You just can't. You just don't have it in you to do so. So always just, probably you're someone who will get up and just go out in their car for a long drive or something. You would just go to your friend's house and be like, get up, we're going on a road trip or something, spontaneous that way, adventurous that way. So of course people are going to miss you. Pile 4 are actually going to miss you. And so 8 of Swords, and like I was saying, freedom, people remember you as being a very free-spirited person. They remember that, yeah, nothing can tie you down. No one can try and control you. No one can try and tell you what to do, because, yeah, you will bring on this tower energy if they tried. So, yeah, they really remember you as someone who is very free-spirited, someone who's always just it's like a free bird, happy in their own world, going around, meeting people, talking to people. That's why a lot of people are charmed by you. They start having feelings for you, and obviously you cannot just be with everyone, it's just not possible. So that's why a lot of people get their heart broken by you, pile 4, because, yeah, you're a free spirit. No one can tie you down. On the other hand, with the 7 of Wands here, also we have the double 7. So this also kind of confirms your independence, that just how independent you are. Like, your nature is so independent. You have a very independent personality. You're all like, you do everything by yourself. You're not afraid to even go to the mall or go to the movies or go to a restaurant by yourself. You would do it. That's how independent you are. And some people really remember that about you, that yeah, you always did everything by yourself. If there were, like with the 7 of Wands here, this also tells me that whoever tried to stand in your way, there was a time, maybe people also remember that there was a time when nobody was supporting you in something that you wanted to do. Maybe in terms of your goals or something, there was a time that, nobody was supporting you. You were on your own. And even then, you did not back down. You fought those people. You fought for your right. You fought for what you believed in, what you were passionate about. And you won, of course, because we have Chariot here. You won. You got to do what you love. You are the ones who attracted the new opportunities, the better opportunities. And I feel like with this Knight of Chalices, pile 4, there are, even now, like I'm saying, there might be people who got their heart broken by you, right, in the past. But those same people, even now, they want to be with you. If they got the chance, if they somehow get in touch with you, somehow, they would show their interest in you even today. Even today. Like I'm saying, you guys are unforgettable. People miss you. If they get the chance, if it's possible, if the universe makes it possible, they would, even today, they would come and be like, I am interested in you. I've been interested in you for so long. I never got the chance. Will you give me a chance now? Like, somebody had a crush on you in the past, pile 4, they still have that crush. Like, if they ever met you here, like in today's time, they got to meet you, that crush, that sleeping crush, because obviously time might have put that crush to sleep or something, might have made that crush dormant. But the moment they see you, that crush is going to wake up once again, and that person will be like, I've been interested in you, I've loved you for so long, I'm still interested. Will you give me a chance? Wow. You guys are one of a kind, literally one of a kind, pile 4. There is no one like you, and people know that. That's why they're like, we want to be with pile 4. We want pile 4. Amazing. You guys are powerful, and you have a very powerful energy. And with this whole thing, there is nothing that you guys can't do, pile 4. So whatever your dreams are, whatever your goals are, chase them, go after them. Whoever tries to stand in your way, you'll just knock them down. You'll just push them to the side and be like, get out of my way. I'm going towards my goals. You would do it, and you will succeed. You will succeed in achieving all your goals, whatever you've set out for yourself, big or small, whatever your goals are, one day you will get them. You will get it, because that's the energy coming through for you guys. Oh, we have Mountain. Okie dokie. We have Rider. I mean, of course we do. And we have Stars. Guys, I just told you, whatever your goals are, go after them. Go after them like this Rider. Climb all the mountains that stand in your way. Just climb them. You will be able to do it. All right. And people see you as that. People remember you as being a very strong person, someone with very strong morals, with very strong values, someone who cannot be easily influenced. And if you, pile 4, I'm saying that if people become obstacles in your way, you will knock them down. But if you become an obstacle in somebody else's way, yeah, that person will have a hard time overcoming you. That person might not even be able to overcome or push you aside or defeat you, because you're like this mountain energy. You're big, you're lofty, you're powerful, so strong. You're like this mountain, super powerful, super strong. So if you decide that, okay, I'm gonna be an obstacle, or if your competition, for example, you're an obstacle in their life, your competition will never win. They'll never win. All right, then we have the Rider here. A lot of people remember talking to you for hours and hours, for a long time. Maybe not hours, but quite a long time, like maybe frequent calls happening, like text messaging. They remember text messaging you, like in those days where instant messaging was like the rage and all that. If you remember that, or Facebook chatting or something, people remember spending a long time talking to you, and they enjoy that. They enjoy talking to you with the stars here. People loved talking to you, and they remember that. They remember that, oh, we had the best conversations with Pile 4. We had the best time, the best of laughs, and they remember conversations. People remember conversations that they had with you, Pile 4, with the stars here. Yeah, people cannot ignore you. Like I'm saying, they just cannot. They cannot forget you. You're like that star, and people remember you as that star. They're like, Pile 4 was the light in our lives. Pile 4 was the reason our lives were exciting. They remember that, you being the most exciting, the highlight of that period in their lives. You were the highlight of Pile 4. And yeah, very fond memories people have of you. Very fond memories. And people really think that, you're meant for success, because with the star here, you are a star in their lives. You always have been, and you always will be. So that's why I'm saying, if they ever get a chance to talk to you once again, they will openly. They'll come out and they'll be like, I've been interested in you for so long. Yeah, I'm still interested, They would tell you. Or if it's someone who never confessed their feelings, if they ever met you today, they will confess. They will tell you that I was always interested in you. So yeah, this is all I have for you, Pile 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.